Hello, everyone, and welcome to our webinar. My name is Akin A. Omatosho. I am your host, the Connected Investor. You are about to experience this phenomenal movement that we've created. It's called the 4incomestreams.com. And what is the 4incomestreams.com for most people who don't know? The 4incomestreams.com is a way that we're showing the world. We're showing the masses. We've worked with hundreds of people, beta tests, hundreds of people, and we've given them our blueprint and explained them exactly the concept of what we're doing. Our movement is to show people how to alleviate this cash flow issue, right? By having multiple income streams, 4 different ways. The first way we make money is in real estate investing, by we're selling non-properties as well as regular properties and non-properties. The second way we make money is consulting for a fee based on things that we already know. We should go in detail about that, and we explain to you guys how to consult for a fee on a service that you guys already know how to communicate on. The third way we show people how to make money is selling a product, a digital product online, your own digital product online for a fee. And the fourth way we make money is selling somebody else's digital product online for a fee. Okay, so guys, let's get right into this real quick. Now, our topic tonight is we're going to show you guys how to solve your cash flow issue in 2015. Hi, my name is Akin A. Omatosho. I'm excited today, guys. In case you don't know me, like I told you before, I'm the connector coach, real estate investor, and entrepreneur since 2005. But more importantly, let's make it simple. For the sake of the conversation, I am the connector investor. So what we do is I connect the dots for people who want to start a business or those who currently own a business and either want to outsource their themselves or now become a slave to the equity paying job, something that's just over broke, for small business and that are creative, for themselves. So this is basically for small business owners and those who are not small business owners, those who actually are sole proprietors and things of that nature. Our consulting company assists business owners and small individuals or just regular sole proprietors how to create multiple income streams with little or no money in their current niche. I am sick and tired, guys, of seeing people struggle for success in business. So I've set out to make the biggest impact that I know I can of this problem. So you see, you do not need to make costly mistakes. We have customized a step-by-step program or system that saves our clients time and money. Our clients are up and running within 48 hours after our sessions. Our clients typically have their first sale or paying client within a week. So this is the San Francisco 49ers, right? So what does the San Francisco 49ers and a businessman named Samuel Berman and Shovels have to do with making money today? The good news is you are watching this video because you either are interested or have not given up on multiple income streams. Now, the bad news is you may be struggling with making money online or even offline. Now, this is a real fact. The fact of the matter is 78% of all people will quit what they're doing if they had enough passive income. Let me repeat that, everyone. 78% of all people will quit what they're doing if they had enough passive income. See, the traditional way of making money that you know of is not the way of the new wealthy. Okay, let me explain. Spending thousands of dollars on mail campaigns and knocking on doors and hoping to generate some income or some clients, that's the old school way and old news. Sure, you can see some success and even get a little rich doing it the old school way, but it's extremely time consuming, stressful, and literally robs you of your youth and life. Time is all we really have, guys, okay? Do you really want to waste it working, or at least working hard? In most cases, it's not sustainable. You can't keep on doing this. Your body's going to break down. The very few who do make it eventually get burnt out. Please understand, this is not some type of loophole in the tax system or a quick way to make a quick buck here and there. Okay, it's no quick scheme in anything. It does take hard work and consistency. But there is an easier way. Let me repeat that. There is an easier way that keeps you focused on if you want to keep on building your current business, if that's what you want to do. And it can get you income faster and more often. Now, the biggest takeaway from this training is that please remember the simple rule. Making money has nothing to do with how much money you currently have in your bank account. You can have 40,000, 100,000, 90,000. It has nothing to do with that. Making money has nothing to do with how many years of experience you have in doing something, okay? But it has to do with this. This one thing. Making money has to do with this next thing I'm going to share with you guys. Value proposition. So value proposition is simply a promise of value to be delivered. It's the primary reason a prospect should buy from you. It explains how your product solves customers' problems or improves their situation. Let me repeat that. This is very important. A value proposition is a promise of value to be delivered. It is a primary reason a prospect should buy from you. Okay? That's the whole purpose. Okay? In business, you either selling services or goods or services. That's it. There's no other way of doing it. It explains, this value proposition explains how your product solves customers' problems or improves their situation. So please listen. There's the best way or the best part of today's webinar is that you and I will fix your value proposition in this consulting industry and get income now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. Once you identify the value proposition in this consulting industry in your business, you will get your value proposition focus. You will make money today. These are the things that people are not talking about in different seminars, okay? The solution, as you are going to see, is called the Golden Business Program, okay? Now, that's what the rest of this training is all about. Now, the disclaimer note, okay? The government has made it clear that I cannot make promises that you would make money or income claims that you would make any type of money. The results in these cases that you're going to see in this video, these case studies are not typical, and I do not claim you will obtain the same results because I do not know you or your work ethic. I don't know how hard you're going to work. I mean, we're adults, okay, for goodness sake. I don't know if you're going to even follow the system. I don't know if you're going to even follow the procedures that we're going in detail. Frankly speaking, it is important to know that the system you're about to learn is too new to have typical or average results. But here's my promise to you. Just give me the next few minutes of your time, and I truly will tell you I will blow your mind with what you are capable of doing in business. The most that most people believe is reserved for just the top 20%. So you see, I have duplicated a system that has enabled me to do all this incredible So the first thing is in life, we got to define delegation and leveraging. See, competitors and inventory infrastructure. So what is all that, right? So once we do that, so let's talk about that. Let's go back to that slide. So the definition, define delegation. So, delegation, is basically outsourcing something and leveraging that. So the competitors, inventory, infrastructure. So these are the things that I like to talk about. Those key buzzwords: delegation, leveraging, competitors, inventory. So I don't believe really in competition. I like collaboration. But those are the things that people will talk about all the time. Okay. So once we understand those definitions, then we set up a simple system to outsource that system to free or cheap labor, which I will show you how. And you can get out your own way. See, successful business owners are not technicians or even operators, but they're visionaries and delegators. So I'm going to show you exactly how I created a genius but simple system to use a massive leverage of the 5 OPs. So the 5 OPs are other people's time, other people's money, other people's experiences, other people's ideas, and work in order to expand my investing business nationwide. All by working less hours a week. We also break down the 3 S's in this Golden Business Program, Golden Shovel Business Program. See, you want to use this to make money fast. So the way we do it is we focus on the structure, the system, and the scalability. Most people think they are not capable or have the budget to build a team. Well, that's what I used to think as well. So welcome to the information age, where everything is accessible to anyone with an internet connection. See, I'm about to completely change the financial freedom and position in your life. I promise this. Man, the day I came to terms with the fact of life that I was getting my own way, my life completely changed. See, my business took off and I began to work less and do more of what I wanted when I wanted. All while my net worth increased. See, if you're struggling right now, online or offline, then this information could be nothing less than a miracle for you. I don't know how you came across this video, but please consider yourself blessed that I found it. This information can and will change your financial and personal future. I am just a person that has put together something that's really cool, and I'm ready to share it with you. Take yourself out the equation. I keep saying that, guys. Take yourself out the equation. So how do you leverage other people if you don't have any money or a budget? Easy. Very easy. Stop insisting on keeping 100% of every dime that comes in. Let me repeat that. If you want to be able to leverage for free, stop insisting on keeping 100% of every dime that comes in. See, John Rockefeller, one of the first, they say, billionaires in America, said it best. I'd rather earn 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own effort. Let's look at that again. I'd rather earn 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own effort. To start my team, I discovered what may be the best websites in the world. It's called Fiverr, www.fiverr.com. Now, Fiverr is where you can actually hire virtual assistants from the Philippines, India, and the US, or anywhere across the world, starting as low as $5 per gig. Now, gigs are just the vendors, the things, the jobs they actually do with just 3 mouse clicks. That's right, $5. That's it, guys. Just $5, $5 dineros, $5. Most of these individuals have professional years of experience in the area of focus. Now, this is extreme leverage. So John F. Rockefeller, he probably would have owned half of the world with this resource at his fingertips. This would have made Rockefeller very excited. Again, he probably would have owned half the world with the resources at his fingertips. He probably really would have owned half the world. I mean, I look at that and I said that, I wrote that a couple of times because I'm like, wow, like this guy was a billionaire without the internet. But now we have the internet and we have so much resources that is free or it's very inexpensive. So again, welcome to the information age, guys. So frankly speaking, most of us are not good at either staying focused or defeating fear to take action in the first place, or both. If you are anything like I was in the beginning, you are working so hard and running around in circles, stressed and overwhelmed, all while not being financially and time free. So just give me the next few minutes and I'll solve that for you. And remember, you don't need a lot of money or credit to get started. I promise you, if I can do this, and many others as well have done it, so can you. You see, I spent the time and I focused in the last 10 months, and now I've gathered tools that are free or very inexpensive to share with you guys. As a gift, just for being on this webinar, I will give you some of my personal resources, tools, free tools and gifts that will make you money for free at the end of this presentation. Just stay on, just to hang on, guys. My starting business actually came out of frustration as opposed to overwhelming interest in the subject. After I graduated from a prestigious university with a degree in accounting, I was recruited by a Big Four certified public accounting firm as a financial auditor. My job as an auditor was to review several financial companies, Fortune 100 companies, financial statements, and identify where frauds or errors occurred and give recommendations for improvements to the company's management in regards to the operational process or quote unquote business systems. Okay. I was informed by my mentors to work at a Big Four CPA firm for 2 years, then leave and make more money at another company. So I did what they said. After I left the Big Four CPA firm, I worked for several other companies, and I always obtained an increase in salary with more responsibilities. I did the so-called right things, professionally that is, from the very beginning. I went to college, received my degree, made more money trading my time for money. I worked hard for every company that employed me to work in finance and accounting. However, in May 2004, I was working as a senior financial accountant for a very large media conglomerate company. Bought a house and just got married to my beautiful wife. Life was great. However, within a couple weeks after all this, I was in a major car accident in which my car was hit by an 18-wheeler tractor trailer. Life was still great. See, however, within weeks I was, in a major accident, I still believe, life was great. Because I was hurt, but guess what, guys? I was still alive. Okay? So after a couple weeks, I returned to work to find out that the company I worked so hard for decided to lay me off with just only 2 weeks of service pay. So at this point, guys, I'm not sure. I literally cried when I found out. I mean, I was at HR and they were trying to, just tell me it's going to be okay. But I literally cried in front of everybody. Most people may have felt very sorry for themselves, but I thank God for just being alive because I was still hurt emotionally and physically. So that day I told myself that I was born for greatness, and I prayed and asked God for strength. I knew from that point on I never wanted to be in a situation where someone told me that I could not make money or they can jeopardize my family that quick because of an employment situation. Unfortunately, 7 weeks later, now I say unfortunately because I did go to job and work for another company. But guess what? At that point, my mind was definitely made up that working for someone was not my passion and I had to get out this rat race. I didn't want to do the 40-40-40. I didn't want to work somewhere for 40 years for 40 hours a week and have 40% of my salary. Okay? That's that 40-40-40. Okay? We ain't talking about Jay-Z Club. We talking about the 40-40-40. 40 years working for somewhere, 40 hours a week, and just only receiving 40% of my gross income once I retire. So in June 2005, a good friend of mine asked me the $1 million question that changed my life as it related to business. He asked me, Akin, what would you do if you knew you would not fail? Now, I told him if I knew I couldn't fail, first thing I said was I start a business. He informed me that I should just believe and make it happen. Just that simple. That same day I was inspired and I began to think like an entrepreneur. Now, this was in June. Many people are surprised when I say this because I didn't start my first official business until July 2005, which was in real estate. But my mindset was ready for a better situation than the traditional one stream of income. There's a theory that is very simple in business that is floating out there. Okay, you need money to make money. Frankly speaking, you do not need money to make money, especially in business. I'm not saying this because I have an accounting degree. I'm not saying this statement because I have years of experience in reviewing other companies' financial controls, aka systems. I'm so confident that you do not need money to make money because I didn't use my own money for the majority of my deals and clients. You do not need, you don't need money to make money, but you do need something which everyone has. That is time. You need time, correct and up-to-date information, and you need to take immediate action. Understand this simple. If you're not going to use your money, right, you got to have time. Understand this simple business rule in business. When selling a product or service, neither requires any of your money. I tested multiple streams and systems to see what will actually work and allow me to create income without little or none of my own money offline and online. See, I was focused on how to create different income streams outside of my first business, which was real estate. And the blessing was that I was able to accomplish this goal in a very short period of time. I was able to create both a government contracting and business development companies. In addition, I start okay, man, I figured this out, right? So I'm making money in that. And then I said I created a consulting company that assists people in creating multiple income streams within different niches, thus the 4incomestreams.com. By now, you realize that I'm a firm believer that everyone should have and create multiple income streams. You have to be willing not to follow the normal way of investing and change your mind about business before you can even create at least one additional income stream. So the first case study I want to talk about is the first time I used one of my strategies was in 2010. A woman named Joanne B. asked me to help her with 15 properties in real estate. I applied one of the strategies and made $4,500 in 9 days, and the client was very happy with the results. Up until the point in my life, That was the fastest money I ever made. Now I flipped houses, okay. I made a lot of money flipping houses. 7 days, I made, a lot of money. But this is the fastest money I made without talking to a seller or buyer or talking to multiple people. And this is the fastest money I ever made. And I was like, wow, I need to apply this over again. So the second case study was another time I used the third, this strategy in real estate niche was with a gentleman named Ken. See, he was a real estate investor, but he needed some extra contracts and guidance. After I applied one of the strategies, I made $350 in 45 minutes, and he received exactly what he wanted and needed. Now, would you like to make $4,500 in 9 days, or at least $350 in 45 minutes? Our strategies can be your constant income in your market, so you can do less work and create income when others think inside the box. Okay, now it has nothing to do with real estate. Man, you can do it in real estate. You can do it in any profession as a consultant. Okay, so instead of thinking inside the box, look at this right here, this rat race. Just break it open, right? So instead of thinking outside of the box, get rid of the box. So I'm gonna tell you guys a quick story, which I find very funny. It was a young gentleman owned. He wanted to own a car dealership, a used car dealership. So he was in a neighborhood in the city, and so he saw an older gentleman with a used car dealership. So he asked the older gentleman if he had any cars that he was able to sell. So the gentleman said, yes, I have several cars that I'm able to sell. I have a car right here for $5,000, $4,000, $7,000. So the young guy said, whoa, let me explain to you, sir. All I have is $100. The older gentleman laughed at him and said, son, what you going to do with $100? And the young guy said, well, listen, I'll take the beat up car you have that's on his last legs. I just need something so I can start at least flipping at least one car to make money. So the old guy said, well, let me go in the back, and I think I got this car named Old Betsy. Betsy, man, is beat up, is corroded, kind of look like this on the screen. And the guy said, okay, great. I don't have $100 today. In 2 weeks, I will have the $100. So the older gentleman said, okay, well, I'll bring it to you in 2 weeks. But it's on its last legs. The guy said, no problem. The young guy said, no problem. So in 2 weeks, the young guy gets a knock at the door. He opens the door and he sees who? The older guy, the older gentleman, car salesman. The older gentleman says, hey, son, young son, I got some good news and bad news for you. And the young guy said, okay, what's the good news? He said, the good news is I brought Old Betsy to you. And the guy said, okay, great. Well, let me give you the $100. So he gave him the $100. And the older gentleman took $100. He said, but hold on a second, young guy. The bad news is Old Betsy died before she got here. So I had to tow Old Betsy here. And so the young guy said, well, it's not a problem. I'll just get my $100 back and we just call it even Steven. And the older gentleman said, no, it doesn't work like that in business. See, there's something called, overhead costs. When I had Old Betsy at my lot, you didn't get it the same day. So I had to store it there. And it kind of took up some of my space. And plus, if you want Old Betsy to leave the lot, I'm gonna charge you to tow her off the lot, or off your lot. So the guy said, let me see Old Betsy. Let me see what she's dealing with. So he looked at the car and he's like, man, the engine's out the car and it's corroded. Like, what in the heck happened? So the young guy said, man, just tow Old Betsy in the back. I'll figure something out. So right now he's like, okay, no problem. So the older guy towed the truck Old Betsy in the back. And 30 days later, the young guy goes to the older gentleman dealership again. This time he says, sir, I'm ready to buy your car. I'm ready to buy a car for $4,500. And the older gentleman was like, okay, great. I do have a question though before you buy this car. Did you get a new job? Last time I talked to you, you didn't even have $100. And the guy said, oh, let me explain to you what I did. He said, that car, Old Betsy? He's like, yeah, I sold you Old Betsy. He's like, yeah. He said, so what I did was I put an ad in a local newspaper that we were going to do a raffle. And the raffle was going to be $100 a ticket for a car. And the guy said, okay. He said, so a raffle, 500 people paid me $100. And the guy said, oh, the older guy said, okay. He said, yeah, and I got $5,000. And the older gentleman said, well, did anybody complain? That when they saw the car? And he said, oh, only person that complained was the winner. And the older guy said, the winner complained? And the young guy said, yeah, the winner complained about the car. And the older gentleman said, so what did you do about it? And he said, well, I just gave him his $100 back. And that was it. So I still have $4,900. So I'm not telling you guys to do anything unethical or half-truth like this. But I'm just telling you guys, instead of thinking outside the box, just get rid of the box. See, you have to walk on faith and really know that, all things are possible. You can't just really kind of focus on what you see. You got to always think outside of what's going on. So understanding these strategies will not happen overnight, but implemented correctly and with the guidance of a mentor, and one can truly supplement his or her business. So what does the San Francisco 49ers and a businessman named Samuel Berman have to do with making money today? So you look at this picture. The San Francisco 49ers football team got their name from the gold seekers who stampeded in the area in 1849. You see the guys, with the gold, pans and all that great stuff. The name was suggested to reflect the voyagers who have rushed the west for gold. When the gold was discovered, a guy named Samuel Berman, who owned the only store between San Francisco and the gold fields, were the only person to own all this. In the first 6 weeks following the arrival of gold fever in San Francisco, Samuel Berman earned $36,000. Now that's equivalent to today of $750,000 today, and profits from his general store, selling miners with picks, pans, and shovels. Samuel what he did was perform the task that supported the main idea and made profits. That's exactly what Samuel did. So pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you guys. You see, the merchants controlled everything. Miners could not mine without shovels, axes, or pans. Therefore, the merchants' resources were needed like commodity in business. So most people don't understand this part right here, guys, because when you're dealing with in business, you have to know that there's supply and demand. And in business and supply and demand, the supply is high, right? The demand is low. And if the demand is low, the supply is high. When the demand is low, the supply is high. So here's the deal. There's a bit more to the system that I can cover in this video. So I went ahead and created an online group coaching and membership community called the Golden Shovel Business Program. There it is, guys. So the Golden Shovel Business Program is an online video module course that includes module number 1, the basic 3 S's in making money today, why you need this and to be successful. And those are structure, systems, and scalability. What mindset you need to make money online and offline today. How to sell consulting services fast and easy for free. And the 4th module is we're going to go into 3 proven ideas and step-by-step processes how to make money with none of your own money in 3 different industries or 3 different niches. This valued at $2,997. This course was created for business professionals and because I know from experience that the major problem why small business or startups fail and go back to 9 to 5 is because of lack of cash flow. This system will allow you to make money even if you have no business experience, never ever made money in your own business, or would like to supplement your current income. No matter what industry you are currently working in, you can make money. Again, it doesn't make a difference if you have made thousands of dollars online or offline, or you made no money at all. Just follow along with me and implement exactly what I tell you. It's just that simple, guys. But now you're probably wondering, okay, what's this course is going to cost me? But before I get into all that, I want to tell you a few bonies or little bennies that I'm throwing in so you can become a Golden Shovel Business Program course master even quicker. So bonus number 1, right? So I talked about Fiverr earlier. So I'm going to throw in, I'm only giving you guys a 9 video course now of the complete Fiverr Outsourcing Secrets core training module. Now this value is $997. So if you go anywhere, it's going to be out there for like $997. So we're giving this away for free. Bonus number 2, we're going to talk about getting your mind right, getting inspired, developing the habits to do what the new rich do. Now this is valued at $27. This is going to help you guys, give you some sayings, some thoughts, some patterns to get you guys focused on thinking like a true entrepreneur online as well as offline. See, I wouldn't identify a few people who want to become real movers and shakers, all right, and build a long-term mutual beneficial relationship. Simply put, if you succeed, so do I. This is why I love business and real estate in particular. Networking and building an alliance team for success. So just a recap, the Golden Business Shovel, the Golden Shovel Business Program course costs $2,997. The entire Fiverr Outsourcing course costs $997. And the New Rich Mindset costs $127. Now, this is total value of over $4,000. And I told you, I want this to be affordable for everyone. So this price for this program is less than a fraction of that. Frankly speaking, $4,000 would be a steal for all of this alone. But because I remember so vividly when I first got started back in 2005 and got laid off, I mean, I was like, when I was struggling and because I had a phenomenal support staff, today I'm practically giving this information away. I just want this information to be accessible to everyone. So for today only, it's $297. That's right. I will give you the Golden Shovel Business Program course, and all you pay is this one-time fee of $297. That's about a 97% discount of what I should charge and could be charging for this material. My intentions here again is to help you to become successful, okay? So I can get more testimonials for me, and so you can identify who the real movers and shakers are, so we can potentially again partner on other deals and do more business together in your farm area or your market. This is one of the ways I can expand my online business nationwide with my business partners. And right now is such a gold rush in the internet marketing business. That is the time to expand further. Now look, what are you waiting for? If you've always wanted to live a life of financial freedom, so you can do the things you want out of life without any of the burdens or stress or worry about bills or finances, and without having ever to feel that you have the dread of having to report to a job or anybody like that, then the system will change your current circumstances. You can do this. I know this is 100% because you are still listening here to this video and learning. You have proven that you have the most important characteristics to start your path to success and freedom. That is drive, motivation, and desire for change. You wouldn't be here right now without it. So again, this is the Golden Shovel program. So take action today. Only one-time investment of not $2,997, okay? Now, not $3,994, and that's just the Golden Shovel program and the entire Fiverr source, right? Not over $4,000, because we're talking about the Golden Shovel business program, the Fiverr outsourcing, the new mindset, the new rich mindset. All right, that's over $4,000. Not even that. Again, take all this one-time investment for $297. That's it. That's a 97% discount. So, thank you for staying on the end of this call, this webinar. I do have something for everyone. I'm going to give you guys 7 ways to obtain clients in the next 30 days. Guaranteed. 7 ways to obtain clients in the next 30 days. So, please, sign up. At the bottom, we have a link that you can sign up. If you have any questions, feel free to email us. Again, this is your guy, Akin Amatosho. Thank you guys for staying on this webinar, and God bless. Have a good night, everybody.